Okay, this won't be the best video ever because it's cloudy out. I should have taken it yesterday, but I ran out of time. So what do we have here? Look at this. This is the newest, coolest thing going. This is the Madagascar coconut. This looks not only like a coconut, but I think better than a coconut. It gets a fatter trunk, it gets a straighter trunk, and of course it doesn't have huge coconuts falling on your head trying to kill you, which happens out there sometimes. Believe it. Believe you me, as my dad would say. I never really knew what that meant, but I think I get the idea. But anyway, they discovered this thing not too long ago, like in 2007 or something, and now we have it in the nursery trade, and it is really cool. These are some of the biggest ones here. They're available. They're probably 14 feet, 15 feet tall. I have lots of smaller ones too. So, yeah, it will get a big trunk, big head. It should do well. We have one growing in Richmond actually, and it's actually doing pretty well. Like it's handling the winter. You know, they don't look as good as they look like in Florida or something, but they look good enough and they look great. So that's something to consider. It's called Beccariophoenix alfredii. The other really is especially really good for Southern California. And yeah, now the other ones that are really good, this one called the Coconut Queen I've been pushing because I'm a palm pusher. Sometimes there's like dope pushers, you know? No, I don't do that. I push palms. That's my thing. So the Coconut Queen is a hybrid between a queen palm and a very rare palm from South America, where also the queen is from. And it's Cyagrus romanzophianum is the queen palm, botanical name. And Cyagrus schizophylla is the other parent. Schizophylla is much darker green, has a more tropical looking frond than the queen. Gets denser, doesn't get as big and massive, trunk's not as fat. And there it is right there. And what I like about this plant, not only is it denser, but it also, and it has that tropical foliage there. The tropical foliage really mimics the king palm that you see behind it. See that foliage style? The one on the right is the coconut queen, the one on the left is the king. So the regular queen palm doesn't get anything like that. And we'll just walk down the line here and take a look at all this beautiful foliage. And I'm going to show you kind of what they look like when they get a little bigger. So these are trees in big boxes. So these are available. They're available. But look over here. Look over here. Oh, here's a really good demonstration plant in the ground that we could get a really good close-up look at. I'm gonna have to redo this video when it's sunny out because the lighting really is terrible right now. But you still get the idea. Look at how tropical that foliage is. Now, the trunk on this tree doesn't even get a foot wide. It's like 10 feet. Look at that. And then it probably gets about 18 feet wide. Big, thick head. It's a really, really good looking plant. So keep that in mind and that'll handle pretty much. That's even hardier and tougher and looks better than the Coconut Queen, no matter where you are in California. Hardy down to at least 25 degrees. You grow in the Central Valley, all over the place. Take a lot of wind. I'm sure it takes a lot of drought, like all palms once they're fully established. And it does get a flower. It's a sterile palm. It's not making any viable seed, which is kind of nice. It means you're not going to have plants sprouting underneath it. But it's really a good idea to cut all this off when it makes this, because it does drop a little bit. There's no perfect plant, but it drops a little bit of stuff down there. Now, that'll just get lost in your landscape. If you have mulch underneath it, it'll create its own mulch, which is really good for the tree. And but if you have a patio, you're going to want to take these flowers off before it does that. So keep that in mind, folks. The Coconut Queen and the Beccariophoenix alfredii. These are the two coolest palms you could possibly plant where you get occasional freezing in California. Over and out.